Welcome back to the podcast, episode 2. I'm Matt.
I'm Paris, and today we have got Meg with us.
Hello!
Our first ever guest.
Hi guys.
Privileged. You're number 1.
I
Number
know.
1 on the list.
I feel the pressure of sweating now.
You know, it felt right being as obviously Meg is one of our coaches as well. So yeah, it just felt right to have Meg as our first guest.
I know.
And obviously with loads of life experience and everything that you've gone through.
Yeah.
It was a perfect fit.
Yeah, I think on today's episode we're going to go through Meg's life.
We'll be here for like 6 hours, guys.
I was going to say, buckle up.
It's going to be a ride. But now, speaking about obviously being a parent and how that's affected you, and
Yeah.
good, maybe some negatives.
Not
Not
negatives,
many
challenges.
Challenges.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you want to say a little bit about yourself?
I'll give you a bit of an intro. I think most people who follow me on Instagram know my whole life story already because I post it everywhere. But yeah, my name's Meg. I'm 28 now.
Wow. Old now.
28 this week. I have a 3-year-old. I am pregnant with another child. I'm in university full time and I coach and PT on the weekends.
So not a lot.
Yeah, we've got loads of free time.
That's big.
Yeah.
So take us back. Because we'll go through kind of like how you got into coaching, how you got into fitness and stuff like that. So start from there. Like have you always been into fitness? Like how did you get into it?
Yeah, so I've trained since I was 15 because I wasn't old enough to go to a gym. But that's just because of my parents. So my dad was a professional kickboxer and my mum's just always trained. So like they were both always really sporty. And I'll be honest with you guys, I was a fat child in school. And I just suppose I just wanted to be like them because my mum and dad are like really cool people. Like you would not think that they were in their 60s. So my dad bought me, we had a double garage in the house that we were living in at the time. It wasn't being used for anything, so he bought me my first like gym set.
Aww.
So I had a treadmill, a rowing machine, a vibration plate. Remember when
my
those
God,
were like
yeah.
the
I used
shits?
I used to do pranks on them.
Yeah, I was doing planks in them. I was doing squat holds on them at the ripe old age of 15. What else did I have in it? And then I had, you know, the trees of dumbbells, like 2 or 3 kilos.
Yeah.
I had those, and then literally joined a gym when I was 16 and just went from there.
Did you start off, because when I started the gym, I was a pure cardio bunny. So did you kind of start off doing that because of what you see online, or were you like quite confident? Did you get straight into weights?
No. So when I was younger, there wasn't really any women in the weight section. It was a ghost town. Do you know what I mean? So I started doing. I was at the leisure centre first. And I just did cardio because I used to skip school sometimes to get the bus to the gym.
I love that.
And the girls used to grass me up to all my teachers. And when I say the girls, it's one girl and she knows exactly who she is.
Name and shame.
Becky Edwards. Literally my RS teacher used to roast me every time I used to go in. So I started doing cardio, just like cross-train a treadmill, but I was too scared to run on the treadmill because I thought everyone's going to hear me because I'm so heavy-footed, so I was petrified of running. And oh my God, what was it called? It was kind of like a cross-trainer, but it used to go to the side.
Oh, the lap.
Like elliptical.
It's an elliptical.
Yeah, but it goes on a slant.
I used to love that. And then I joined Valentine's with my mum, and that's where it all began. We used to do like spin. Then we used to do Insanity, remember Insanity?
Oh my God, yeah.
We used to rinse Insanity, me and my mum, we loved it.
Remember that though? That was his name, Sean T.
Sean T.
And he used to be like, if you do this ab workout, you gotta have a 6-pack like me. And he had like a 12-pack. I was like, no one's got abs
Literally,
like that.
and he was like, if you can't bring your t-shirt out at the end of the workout, it wasn't a real workout. So me and my mum would literally be dripping. We used to go in, we'd do a warm-up on the Stairmaster for like 10-15 minutes, then we'd do spin, then we'd do body pump, and then we'd either do MetaFit or Insanity. They're basically like the same thing.
All in one?
All in one day.
So one after the other?
On a Saturday, every Saturday.
Bloody hell.
And we used to do like 6 a.m. spin, like maybe 2-3 times a week during the week. And then I just got a bit like, I don't know, I used to think, well, I want to be in the actual gym. We were always in the studios, but never in the gym. So I was like, oh, I'm going to venture off and kind of like do my own thing and pick up some weights and whatever. So I spoke to my dad and he basically told me what to do.
Yeah.
But my dad's like old school bodybuilding.
Yeah.
So he was like, bicep curls, 100 reps per set. And I was like, oh my God, okay. So I used to do like 25 reps of everything.
Really?
The sweat would be absolutely pissing off me.
Oh my God.
And I did that up until I trained that way until I had Bella.
Really?
Yeah, I used to do like such high reps in the gym.
Remember when you trained with Bella? We'll get into this obviously with training for pregnancy, but you trained with Bella up until you gave birth, the day you gave birth.
I think you box jumped her out.
Yeah, so I was in the gym filming a workout and the video is either still on my Instagram or it's archived, but it's probably still on there.
Yeah.
And I did like a circuit and I obviously couldn't do box. I didn't think I could do, well, no, you shouldn't do box jumps, it's silly. But I was like, right, instead of box jumps, I'm going to do box step ups. That's what I started doing in my like second, third trimester because I love a circuit. And I was doing the box step ups and I was just so frustrated and I was like so swollen at this point. So I started doing a couple of like low box jumps on the step box.
Yeah.
And then I thought, ooh, something's going on. So I went for a walk, went for
did
breakfast.
you feel something then?
Yeah, I finished my workout mind.
Yeah.
Finished my circuit,
Yeah,
left the gym, I went for breakfast with my mum, and I was just in full-blown labour within 24 hours.
It's probably because Bella was probably sick of getting like launched about doing box jumps.
Probably, literally.
Man, give it a rest.
Probably.
Oh my gosh. I remember that day because we saw you in the gym.
I had the
Day
big
went.
green Dublin jumper on, because I'd been to Dublin like the year before with
Yeah.
girls, and a bump band,
Yeah.
a bump support band.
I remember because you weren't showing and then all of a sudden, like right towards the end of that pregnancy, I was
I
like,
just went,
you popped.
and I think that's why I struggled so much, and I
Yeah.
just got so sick and tired of it because I was so small. And then like December, January, it just boom come out of nowhere, and I was like, oh my God, people do their whole pregnancy being like this big.
It's all that Christmas cheese.
Oh yeah, I didn't that December, to be fair.
What were you doing? So when you were pregnant with Bella, like where were you working? What were you doing? Were you PTing at that time as well? Or was that after Bella?
I was PTing before Bella, but I finished when I like early on in my pregnancy because I don't know, it was an unexpected pregnancy. I was in denial for about 4 months. I was just acting like I wasn't pregnant. I
Because you
obviously
didn't
wasn't.
show as well. It's probably
Yeah. I went to Bali
Yeah.
for
I remember that.
like 3 weeks, something like that. Maybe even 4 weeks. Went to Bali, went diving, everything. Went to nightclubs. Obviously, like I wasn't drinking or anything like that, but I was just like
Still.
living my best life. And what did you ask me again? What was the question?
Baby brain over there.
Yeah. So at this point, were you PTing?
Oh, PTing.
Yeah.
No, so I finished quite
Right.
early on. I'll be honest with you, at that point, I did kind of think, well, that career's dead.
Right,
It's
okay.
gone. Like, I'm not going to be able to do that again.
How long were you PTing before that? Because how did you get into PTing?
So I did my qualification just before lockdown, or finished it in lockdown.
What made you want to do that?
I didn't even want to be a PT. I wanted to be a spin instructor.
A spin instructor?
Yeah. But
I can see you doing that, like,
I just used to love it. Yeah, I wanted to get a job with Les Mills.
Yeah.
Which is like, how do you describe it? You know what Les Mills is,
yeah.
don't you? But I was going to get a job. My plan was I get a job with Les Mills and I'll be like this world famous spin instructor, and I'm going to do spin classes on like cruise ships, and I'm going to travel, and then I'm going to go work in Australia and live in Australia, and because it's I think Les Mills is New Zealand.
Oh, right.
I think it is like founded in New Zealand, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to go to Australia and New Zealand, and then I'll end up living there, and I had this whole plan based around being a spin instructor. But for the education point of view, I thought, well, I'll do my level 3, and then I'll do my cycle qualification, and then I'm just going to apply for a job with Les Mills.
Yeah.
That was what I wanted to do, and I just didn't end up doing that.
But now you're here.
Now I'm here. I ended up, my first PT job was I worked in a women's only gym, which I loved. It was so fun. Like, I loved working with all the girls. It just didn't even feel like work. It was so fun. But then obviously got pregnant with Bella, and I did just think that was it.
Yeah.
I had an office job as well. I did work full time.
Yeah.
I was really lucky actually, because it was a really good job.
So juggling that, PTing, obviously then got pregnant, decided stop PTing for now. How did you find that first pregnancy? Because obviously you're very, very active, you know, you're on the go. How did you find that adjustment?
Because Kara struggles. Like this weekend, I was like, let's just have a chill weekend. I chill out every weekend. I'm like, just remember, we're growing a baby inside here. There's a lot of work.
I know, but when you're used to being so active, he's like, oh, you know, you're active. You need to, you know, just don't worry about it.
I'm like the opposite coach with Karis. Like, you know, with most clients, I'm like, right, we've got to be active.
Let's go.
I'm not the opposite with Karis. I'm like, right, let's chill out a little bit.
But it makes me feel worse if I sit around and do nothing.
But you're active anyway, aren't you? It's not like you're not active.
No, I know, but compared to obviously what you're doing before pregnancy.
Yeah.
Obviously, you stay active through your pregnancy, you still train and stuff, but it's not at the same intensity.
No.
Or, you know, obviously you do need days where, you know, you're not going to be hitting like 10, 12
Well, you
hours.
just take each day
Yeah.
how it comes, really, don't you? How you feel.
Yeah.
You might feel great one day, the next day you feel the complete opposite.
Yeah, it's weird how like one day
So
you have
up and
so
down.
much energy and the next day you just
And also
dead.
those moods as well. One day you love me, the next day I'm like, I'm the villain. Like, it's like I just broke into the house and stole all the money or something, or all the food out the fridge.
Yeah, let's not go there.
I think I put on my Instagram like pregnancy symptoms and how I manage them, and my worst one is the mood swings and like the emotional side of things, because
it's hard.
I can be really nasty.
Those hormones are up and down. So.
They all, I mean, well, Bella's 3 now, isn't she? But they do say after having a baby, your hormones can be all out of whack for like say 2 years or so.
Yeah.
Before it kind of, so you've had that period, but obviously now getting pregnant again, and your body's going through it again.
Yeah, I know.
It's, I think that's the emotional side of it, and I think for me, not feeling like, you know, before pregnancy, you know, you're really energized. Like, don't get me wrong, you get tired and stuff like that, but like, just that feeling. You know, you want to do something, but actually your body's like, no, you're like, you need to just rest a little bit today, you're tired or whatever.
Yeah, it's either a physical battle or a mental battle. Like one day you're mentally up for it, but you're physically not, and then the next day you're physically up for it, but mentally you're just done.
Yeah.
So it is hard.
The struggle for you as well is you went before, obviously, pregnancies, you were bodybuilding, and obviously at the moment, the last like 2 years, you haven't been able to. So that's your
I think it's just not like with training as well. Like my goal with training at the moment is to try and keep my health, keep my fitness, keep my strength as much as I can to support birth, to support postpartum recovery. Like that is the ultimate goal at the moment. But it's a weird one because you've got the goal, but you don't see progress. Like, you know, you're not trying to build muscle, you're not trying to lose fat, you're not trying to run a sub whatever 5k. Do you know what I mean? There's no like.
This is one of my questions as well.
Oh, okay.
So we'll go into, no, we might as well go into it now as we're speaking.
Yeah.
Was the benefits during pregnancy and postpartum as well. So.
Yeah, well, I haven't done a pregnancy where I haven't trained, but it was hard enough doing it healthy and having trained throughout the whole thing, so I can only imagine it being debilitating if you've kind of turned into a like
couch
potato. I guess some females physically might not be able to train.
Yeah, this is the other thing as well. Yeah,
and I do really feel sorry for women who, if they've got some sort of, you know, if they're high risk or if there's something a medical issue where they are not able to exercise. You know, some women get put on bed rest, for example.
Do you know what though? I feel like there's got to be more support out there for like the women that are put on bed rest, because there isn't. They just say, oh, you're on bed rest, like we recommend you don't move for X amount of time, and like good luck with that basically, and crack on, and then they just leave you.
I feel like it depends who you see with midwives as well, but I think the more we speak to midwives, a lot of midwives now are like not pushing people to do fitness, but staying to keep active and stuff. And
Yeah.
back in the day,
Definitely
it was like
more.
the opposite. It was like, no, you're pregnant, just sit down and
Yeah,
just chill out. And really,
Things are changing. There's more research.
Yeah.
There's been more studies. There's more evidence of the benefits of training while you're pregnant.
Mhm.
You know, not just for you, obviously physically,
Yeah.
mentally. You know, whilst you're pregnant, helping with you know, your birth.
Mm.
You know, exercising throughout pregnancy is linked to better outcomes, smoother births, and better postpartum recovery. But just because you exercise doesn't guarantee you those
No.
things. You're just increasing, you're reducing those risks. You know, so
And there's obviously a mental benefit as well.
100%.
Because pregnancy is boring.
Mm.
There's so much you can't do.
yeah, I guess, yeah.
So it gives you for me, it gives me a reason to still stick to my routine and get up
Yes.
early.
Yeah,
Because I still get up at the same time. I
Yeah.
still train in the morning on days that obviously I feel like I can.
yeah,
And then I'll come home and I'll do this with Bella, and then I'll have like a couple of hours of work, and then and it just keeps my days
Yeah.
flowing quite nicely.
you just feel better. Like if I have a day where I don't train, I need days, obviously rest days. I'll stay active on those days, but I'll have a day off of training at the gym. But on those days, I do notice a massive difference in like how I feel.
Yeah,
Oh,
like-
it's horrible.
Just today, for example,
Mm.
I need to be careful what I say. Otherwise, I might not wake up tomorrow. But
No, you're cooking for me tonight.
yeah,
That'd
I'm
be
cooking
nice.
tonight. But you were maybe not in the best mood this morning.
No.
But I guarantee,
But
obviously,
it was.
with the podcast, and you go to, I bet you go and train it, and you'll come home feeling.
Well, now that we've
better.
had a chat and I've, we're around.
Just didn't want to chat to me. That was it. Like,
No,
well,
I just woke up and I wasn't feeling in a very good mood.
Should I just move in? Will it make things
I
easier?
don't know what it was. I just woke up and I'm training later, but I just wasn't in a very good mood when I woke up this morning. And I don't know what it was.
Sometimes you're just not,
Yeah.
mate. And
no.
it's just something you've got to live
Yeah.
with.
Yeah, it is. It's when I just go out on my own.
But no, Jimmy does say he notices a huge difference in like just how our days go if I have trained in the
Yeah.
morning. Something as simple as that.
Yeah.
And it could just be treadmill for 20 minutes. Because
Yeah,
sometimes
something-
I will just go in and just do the treadmill for 20 minutes. I'm in and out.
Yeah.
And then some days I'm in there like bumping my gums, chatting away, like doing a 2-hour leg session, and I'm there hours. But the majority of the time at the moment it is like
It's
half
not-
an
Yeah.
hour.
Yeah.
And even he says, he's like, because he's very like, he is old fashioned. He doesn't understand how it's safe to train during pregnancy.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
really cautious.
Yeah.
But he much prefers the days that I do go.
I feel like with training as well, it's listening to your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, if you wake up and you're tired, listen to your body. You're tired.
Yeah.
So don't go mental.
Yeah.
I mean, go for a nice walk or something like that. That's what I mean with keeping active with pregnancy. It's not just going to the gym or anything. It's
No.
go for a walk.
Yeah.
I mean, just
Go for walks. Get on, like some days if I've done a little bit of work with the laptop, I'll just jump on the walking pad for a little bit as well, just to kind of
Yeah.
boost my steps up.
Again,
Because I don't like to feel like I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
I hate that feeling, and I think, especially because we work in the fitness industry, obviously I'm working with people, I'm seeing what they're doing, which is a hell of a lot different to what I can do right now.
You get FOMO, don't you?
I get FOMO. I'm like, I want to be, like, obviously there will be a point where I can do it again, and I think it's just trying to
I think that's
hone
part,
that
of,
in.
that's part of normal life. I'm getting FOMO now, people getting shredded, and I'm there in the summer, just eating and getting fatter and fatter, and I'm like, this is not fair.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I get it though. Like, if you
And I
just,
think, I don't know whether there's, because obviously being coaches as well, not that there is any pressure on me, but I almost feel like there is.
yeah.
Like, no one's putting pressure on me whatsoever. Like,
You
I feel
feel
that. But you almost feel like, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, because obviously I am a coach, I am in the
Yeah.
fitness
I
industry.
feel like both of you though, I get what you're saying. I feel like both of you though, just training for pregnancy inspires people anyway. So someone actually came up to me in the gym yesterday and said they saw you squatting on one of your videos, and it like inspired them. And I was like, but you probably don't think like that. But obviously,
Yeah.
to see someone pregnant and train all the way through, it's
Training
quite,
harder than
well, yeah, exactly. But it's not quite. It's very inspiring.
Well,
Because you could easily just go, you know what, I can't be asked. Or what you see a lot of people do when they're pregnant is just they just go into complete opposite mode where they just like don't do anything and just start
Yeah.
eating loads of shit food as well.
Yeah.
They just start like eating for two, when your baby's like that big.
Yeah.
And
That's always baffled me.
4,000
actually.
calories a day or 5,000 calories a
Yeah,
day.
like as if a baby that, I don't know, even if you birth like a 10-pound baby, which is quite, on the
That
big
would be
side,
traumatizing.
but as if they would need the same calories as a full-grown human.
I know.
Like, that baffles me.
But
how,
it's mad that is once what people
Yeah.
were told.
Yeah.
people were told to eat for two, to basically not do anything, don't exercise, or maybe go for walks and stuff. But it's mad how far things have come along in quite a short space of time.
Yeah.
Like now that we've got the research, the evidence, like to back up, obviously the benefits of maintaining it.
Oh, you can train to like 70 to 80% of your max when you're pregnant.
There was a recent study actually, looking at 70, 80 and 90% of 1 rep max, and there were no changes in the fetal heart rate.
That's crazy.
So there's more emerging evidence
Yeah.
and research on this now, which I think is amazing because
Yeah, it is good.
women I think are scared. Like that's I think one of the biggest things is women are scared to do things. They, you get pregnant, don't lift anything heavy. Well, what if you've got a child already that you've got to be lugging out of a car? And
Oh, mate, Bella's like
Yeah.
on me 24/7. Like she's on my shoulders. I'm carrying her in one arm and the food chopping in the other arm because where I live now, we don't have a drive, so it's like on-street parking. It's like doing a full high rock circuit just to get from the car to the house.
And a wall ball with her.
Yeah, literally.
Mad.
But yeah, it's mental because you've still got to live a life. You've still, and luckily you've got partner, I've got Matt, but there are mums out there that are single and don't have that extra support.
Yeah.
That literally have to do everything on their own.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Wild.
Yeah. Well, you've been through times when you've been on your own with Bella as well. Granted, you were pregnant, so you've had to deal with like things like time management and like,
Yeah.
like obviously if there's anyone listening now who may be a single parent or busy mum, like because you are a busy mum, like
Yeah, you don't stop.
there's a couple of things I wanted to speak to you about on this as well. One is you touched on it earlier. We'll get into this one first because I've got loads of questions to ask you. But this one's a really good one, and I feel like some women, when they get pregnant, can easily say, "Oh, that's my life over." Not over, but their careers maybe, or their aspirations in life is over. But you have actually, since having Bella, you've probably, well, not probably, you've got into more PT and online coaching. Now you're doing a degree in uni.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
you mean you haven't like given up, and like you're probably busier now than you were pre-Bella.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, much busier now.
But I guess I've coached a lot of females who have got kids, and I feel like your time management as mothers is just wild. Like you literally.
But you've got no choice.
Yeah, you've got no choice.
You have to. And I think with a lot of women, which is really, really sad, they feel like they lose themselves. And being a mum, I can only imagine, you get put to the bottom of the list.
Yeah.
Everyone else is a priority, everything
Yeah.
else is a priority, and then you come at the bottom because you need to take care of everything else.
Oh, mate.
At the top of that list.
You're like the first to wake up in the morning, the last to go to bed.
I guess when kids obviously school, then they've got things like, I don't know, band or dance or whatever.
Yeah.
You've got to take kids there, you've got to do that and that. But you've still obviously managed to get where you're in.
Yeah, I had a period of time after having Bella where I did genuinely believe that I was just going to end up just being a housewife.
Yeah.
Or just doing my office job from home, it was an amazing job, and I had a really good career, like in where I was working, but I just hated being working in admin. It just wasn't for me, and I thought, oh my gosh, like this is just it now. But it doesn't help that when you are pregnant and after having the baby, that's all people tell you.
Yeah.
I remember
Your
when
life's over now.
you never can have time to go to the gym. Because I wanted to go to university for this has been something I wanted to do for years and years and years.
Yeah.
And I was always, especially when I was pregnant, it was, you're never going to do that now. And I did believe it for a little while. And then I just...
How did you pull yourself out of that then? Because if in your head you were believing like, oh, well, this is life now. I'm not going to be able to do the things that I wanted to do. I'm not going to be able to, train and do do those things that I want to do. So how did you pull yourself out of that to get to where you are now? Because you've carried on PTing, you're coaching, you're doing a degree now.
Yeah, I was really unhappy for like about a year and a half, 2 years, like in a really like deep hole of just misery. And I just thought, this is just it now, like this is my life. Like obviously Bella's like my best friend. That aspect I loved, but I just didn't really feel like I had anything for myself. And I think I tried to I don't know, reap happiness in stupid ways, like just going out on the piss on the weekends and just living for Saturdays and stuff like that, and trying to just be like a 24-year-old, but I wasn't a normal 24-year-old, like, do you know what I mean? And that went on for about 2 years, and then I just woke up the one day, not long before Christmas time. It was around Christmas time, and I thought, do you know what? I actually don't have to live like this. Like, I can change everything, but the only person who is going to action that change is me. No one's coming to save me.
Yeah.
Like, I can't bring my dad. Like, I rely on my mum and dad for a lot of stuff, but I can't bring my dad and say, oh, can you like uproot my life and move me to a different country and like find me a new job? Like, that's never going to happen. So it was weird. I just got up the one day and I thought, I'm going to just do it today.
In that 2-year period before you kind of had this revelation, did you get any support? Like, was there any, like, postpartum, like, was there any support in terms of, with that, or, you know...
What, from, like, doctors and stuff?
Doctors, midwives, or, you know, just in terms of how you were feeling in yourself as well? Like, did you get any support from, like, did you seek any from, like, I don't know, charities or, you know, things like that?
So, I suffered really bad with postnatal depression after Bella, and I didn't realise that's what it was. And I did get support because the doctors picked up on it before I even knew what was going on. And I remember going for an appointment of Bella. She was born in February. I went for an appointment of hers in the April with Bella's nan, and they asked her nan to leave the room and take her with her. And I was like, why am I in a room on my own? And they started just throwing loads of questions at me about like my home life and stuff. And I remember saying to the doctor, you do realise this is Bella's appointment, because she had like colic and a dairy allergy and all this, that and the other. So we were at the doctor's all the time. And I was like, you do realise this is not my appointment? But she must have just, I mean, they see women go in and out with the same problem all the time.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for her, like, saying to me, you know, I think that you could be suffering from this, or does this happen when you feel this way? How do you feel when you wake up in the morning? And like, she proper made me deep everything. I would have just carried on.
Yeah.
And I still didn't get help until the September of that year.
That's a
so it went on for a really long time. And the only reason I got help in the September is because by this point it was that bad. My best friend had moved in with me to help me with Bella, because I was just like, to the point where I like wasn't even leaving the house at one point. And she moved in with me to help me with Bella, and she was like, if you don't ring someone, I will.
Yeah.
So it was, I did get support, because I'm really lucky enough that I'm so close to my friends.
Yeah.
And to be fair, like the NHS, that doctor, she's amazing.
Yeah.
She's just like the bomb.com.
Oh no, it's nice that you did. Like, it's good to hear like a positive story where you did get support.
Yeah, it took a long time, but I've been lucky. Some people would view it as unlucky, like my situation and the situation that I was in, but I can only see it as lucky because it could have gone the complete other way.
Yeah.
And I was chaos. Mate, I was so chaotic.
It's good to open up though, because there's going to be a lot of people in exactly the same situation.
Yeah,
so,
and people hide it well. I hid it so well. I was still going to work.
You never know what's, like, people are struggling at home.
No, I was going to work and people just thought like I was just normal, like Mad Meg, like massive personality, but you just use it to hide everything that's actually going on.
I think you're quite good then at putting on that front and just being like, in the back of your head you've got all of this going on, but on the surface you're like, hey, hi, how's everyone? Like, you're quite good at, like, if you needed to mask.
Yeah, and I think that's like also how I managed staying so busy with Bella, is because I was using it to cope with everything else that was going on, because I was
Yeah.
brushing it all under the rug. If I don't have time to think about it, and if I don't really have that much time to sleep at night, because you do overthink at night time,
Yeah.
don't you, when you go to bed?
100%.
And I know you two know more than ever that that's the
Oh,
case.
yeah.
I thought, well, if
Yeah.
I put off going to bed, I don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
So I would just be up doing stuff. I'd work until like midnight and get up at like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
Being busy.
Yeah.
Being busy, being sad, and then being happy again.
But you've pulled yourself out of that. You did the work that you needed to. You've got the support that you needed to, and then obviously it's almost like you flipped a switch.
Yeah, I had like from September till December, when I was on like different medications and I started going to counselling. The counselling was amazing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that, I binned the medication off by the December because it made me feel like dirt.
Yeah.
It just wasn't for me. I don't know. I just didn't react to it well. But the counselling and the talking and just talk about anything. It didn't even have to be about like that. It could have just been about what I did on the weekend.
Yeah.
But everything would always subconsciously come back to, and it was so weird. That was amazing.
Yeah. I can't recommend that enough. Like if you're going through something really difficult, or you're struggling with dealing with things, like just having that space to talk to someone who is completely unbiased, not within your kind of circle, not
They don't
family,
know you.
not friends. Yeah, just being able to offload. Sometimes even that is just I haven't necessarily needed to deal with something specific that day, but just having that chance to offload.
Yeah.
And you just feel like, oh, much lighter.
Yeah.
It helps
And
massively.
it went at my own pace. It started off on Microsoft Teams.
Yeah.
And then eventually it was like, oh, do you want to like come into the office? And I was like, I don't really know. But I was like, oh, his name was Tom. I was like, yeah, Tom, go on, I'll come down to the office. I'll come and meet you finally after like, I think I've been having counselling at this point for like 10 weeks. And I was really nervous, but I preferred it in person.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah.
I liked it. So that was like September till December, which took me to 2024, and that's when I started like making all the changes then.
Yeah. So how did you find that then? Because obviously getting back into like more training structure, obviously at that point, PTing, what were you doing? And obviously full-time job at that point. How did you find that, juggling all of those things? And how did you do it?
A lot of it is to do with how I've been brought up, I'll be honest with you. Like, I know a lot of traditional households, when women have children, they kind of stay at home. They might stay at home for like 3 years and then go back to work, or they just stay at home because parenting is enough on its own. And like, but I was brought up very differently. So like from straight away when I was born, obviously. My household was, my mum had like a very high-powered job. My dad had a high-powered job. He worked away. They're both really well-educated people, worked all the hours under the sun. And for me in my house, that was so normal.
Yeah.
So I'm going to refer a lot to me and Gabby. I do have other sisters, but they're all 10 years older, so they'd all moved out at this point. When me and Gabby were growing up, it was very much, if you want something, you go out and you get it yourself. Like, no one's going to get it for you.
Yeah.
My mum and dad, like, were very successful, but they wouldn't just throw things at us left, right and centre. If I wanted it, my mum would make me graft for it. And I'm talking like a magazine from the shop. I'd be like doing stuff around the house, polishing and all sorts.
What magazine?
I don't know. Do you know the magazines where you used to get the makeup and stuff?
You used to get like little gifts.
I can't remember what it was called. Go Girl or something? I can't remember. There was that one.
Yeah.
There was like an actual magazine, and then I used to collect the Zoe 101
boxes,
and you can make the box. I used to collect those. But they were both really strict and both very pressing with their morals and values, which was like, like 6 hours of sleep is enough, get up, get to school, do this before school, do this after school, we're doing this on the weekend, blah, blah, blah. So it's just so normal for me to just be like that.
Would they just kind of instilled that work ethic into you?
Yeah. So I've already grew up like that, which has helped loads. And And like I touched on like previously, I'm really lucky because I have a really good support network, especially now, obviously being with Jimmy as well, and we're engaged and we live together. He does so much for me.
It's nice.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
like
it's lush.
what a legend. Literally just
Praise the Lord,
everything.
Jimmy.
And he doesn't moan, like nothing's
Yeah.
ever too much. So I don't ever feel like I'm burdening him, because
Yeah.
obviously he's living with me and Bella. Bella isn't his child, but he loves and raises her like she is.
Yeah.
And I've never once been made to feel like guilty or awkward about,
No.
I don't know, asking him to sit with her so I can PT on a Saturday, or
Yeah.
go to the gym, or go and shut. Now we've got I've got a study in the house that I'm in now, like go and shut myself in that room and just like close the door so I can have
Yeah.
half an hour. Equally he needs that as well, so we've just got a mutual respect and understanding that we both have lives outside of being in that house.
It's like a tag team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is basically what my mum and dad did.
Yeah. And I think from watching you, and obviously I speak to you pretty much every day, for you, like, you have to be so on it with organisation, time management. You know, if you want to get your gym session in, plus then you've got uni work, you've got nursery runs.
Time management is everything. Because if I'm 20 minutes late leaving that house at the beginning of the day, it could throw my whole day off. Because I'm
we
like,
have no chance, because we're late
I don't know
to
how.
everything.
I don't know how I survived in the military. I was really good
I was
there.
going to say, wasn't I like so strict?
I must have just they must have just left as soon as I left the gates. When I left in the military, like I'm the worst at being there.
But you're probably fine now. When she's here,
Maybe, yeah.
it just comes back.
Hopefully.
I'll just be like, oh yeah, we'll be fine if I leave in 20 minutes. And I'm like, oh, 15 minutes late. And I'm like, always.
That'll be like cracking the whip in the house.
Yeah.
But I guess with you back to time management though, like you've got, obviously when you do your check-ins and things like that, it's when Bella's in bed and stuff, so like you don't really have, you do have obviously downtime, but your downtime is limited as well, isn't it?
Very limited. So like last night I think I logged off around like 7:30, and I promised Jimmy that I'd make protein pizzas, so then I'm like rolling dough in the kitchen.
Oh my god.
Because obviously he does so much for me, and it's the little things,
It
isn't
is,
it? And I know he loves it, and I know he really wants it yesterday, so I was like, right, let's just get that done.
Yeah.
Then I had a bath, then we ended up eating stupidly late, like, I don't know, like 8:30, 9 o'clock. Then I went to bed, and then I was up at 6 this morning ready for work.
It's mad though, because it's a lot, it's very busy, it's very full on, but you love it.
I love every second.
Yeah, and I couldn't imagine life for you being any different.
I'm absolutely certain I could not live a normal 9 to 5 life.
No.
Do you know what I love though about you is that you don't hide it either. Like when life's chaotic, you just post it on the socials and like,
you're like,
start crying.
you are what you are. Yeah, just quite. But like a lot
of stories, you're like, hey guys, like
it's real though. You mean, and like a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people hot, like definitely with social media.
Yeah.
People like make their life to be like this all perfect little life. When really, you know, as soon as that door closes, it's chaos. Like,
yeah.
But that just, social media can be so fake though, and that's what I do love about you, is that you are just so real and raw. It is what it is. You say it how it is.
Yeah.
You're having a shit day. Yeah. You know,
This
it
is
is
what's happened.
And I think it does, like, people love seeing that side of you and love seeing that from you. Like when you post stuff online, so obviously not everyone's going to see you, you know, in person. So like because you're so vocal and so real, I think it's just quite inspiring to other people. Like, oh, actually, you know, not everyone is like, I don't know. You look at people on social media, like, oh, they got their shit together, they're doing this, that, and the other, and it can make somebody feel not so great about themselves or not so great about their life, but that's what they're looking at is fake.
Yeah, I still feel like that now. Like, I'll have days where I feel really proud of myself, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I'll reflect back on the day, and I'm like, how have I actually just made it through the last 24 hours?
Yeah.
That was amazing. And then I'll have other days where I feel like I'm not doing enough because I'm looking at, I don't know, a single 25-year-old that lives in LA and only has a dog and runs a coaching business, and she's doing X, Y, and Z and this, that, and the other, and I'm like, oh my god, I could be doing this, I could be doing that, and I'm like, actually, I live a completely different life to this girl.
The comparison thing is wild,
And everyone does it. Like, I coach people not to do it, but I do
still
it.
do it, yeah.
I do it all the time.
It's a big thing with obviously bodybuilding because we don't. I try and say it to clients all the time, but I do it myself. Definitely when you compete, you're comparing yourself to other people you're competing against. And I guess that is bodybuilding, but really, who cares about anyone else? It's about you, isn't it? I mean, so I know it's a bit
slightly
off topic,
different because obviously with bodybuilding, it is about
you
are being compared
But
to other
again,
people.
you are comparing yourself to others all the time, though.
Yeah, and I think what you're trying to say is like you'll look at your life
Yeah,
and then you'll see stuff on social media. It's I think it spans. It's way bigger than just fitness.
Yeah.
You look at somebody and be like,
Oh, it's
look at the house that they've got,
yeah.
look at the car that they've got, look at the holidays that they go on.
Yeah.
But different lives.
Anything, their family life, it could be everything, couldn't it? You can be like, oh, their kids look like really well behaved, but
behind
it could be
closed
one
doors.
photo and behind closed doors, they could be mayhem, like, you know.
Yeah, which is why I make like a conscious effort just to just keep it as everyone says
Just
raw
normal.
and real, but as raw and real. Like, because I don't know. I get sick of seeing the same thing on Instagram. I see somebody having a mental breakdown. I'm like, this is something I can fucking relate to. but I can remember, and we've had this conversation recently. Somebody told me one time that I come across as quite unhinged.
Yeah. I remember the conversation and I remember the person who said it.
I come across as quite unhinged and unprofessional, and that sat with me for a while because I was at a point where I was really trying to like build my online business and be taken seriously. And as a young female juggling, trying to have a business and a job and a child, people don't take you as seriously as they might do, like, I don't know, a man that doesn't have any children or whatever, or a woman that doesn't have any children and turns up in a 3-piece suit looking immaculate every day. Like, I look like shit.
But that's not real life, is it?
Also, that could be for show. Someone could look the part and inside be like, you know what I mean? They could be opposite.
I know.
The thing is, like, just going back to what you said about it being unprofessional, but actually, that is what people relate to. And when you're coaching somebody, like in this industry, people are not robots. They're not just going to, check in and be like, yeah, I've done this, and this. Right, okay, great, move on. Like, you're dealing with people's lives. Lives are chaotic.
Yeah.
You want to be able to relate to people as well.
Yeah. And you can, like, you've got so much of that experience that will come across, obviously, when you're coaching people, and people will really relate to you.
Yeah.
And actually seeing you and being like, actually, they would want to be coached by you because of, like, what you've gone through, what you're juggling.
Yeah.
They're seeing, well, actually, she can do it. So can I?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You're not unhinged, you're not unprofessional.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Some days.
So, some advice. So if somebody's listening to this podcast and they may be just pregnant now, or they might have a young child, have you got any advice you would give both? Like, all of us give advice really, but I'm not just aiming this at you, it's just to everybody.
Okay, yeah.
Definitely be ballsy and ask for help and accept. If you're being offered help, accept it, but also don't be afraid to ask. Like, the amount of times I'm on the phone to Bella's nan or the girls, Becky, Julia, like straight away when I have my exam timetable, I'm like looking, because I thought I know at least one of these exams is going to fall on one of the days that Bella's not in nursery, and it did.
Yeah.
So straight away I'm on the phone, right, who can help me, who's not in work, you're not in work, your Friday's gone, because I need you to look after my child. So yeah, thanks for that, Beck. So yeah, ask for help, because it's quite daunting. Like, you don't want to have a baby and then feel like straight away you're asking people for favours.
Yeah.
But just ask.
Yeah.
Because people, they want to help you.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't want to constantly offer and make you feel suffocated.
Yeah, I get that.
Which is quite nice to, like, just being comfortable around certain people that you can just ask them.
Yeah. I think that's a massive
I would say it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
You don't feel like, if you're not okay, it's normal to not be okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're struggling, or you've had sleep debt, or I know baby's just
it's hard.
It's
a hard thing. Like, being pregnant, your body is going through like such a a massive thing. You know, huge changes. You know, in the beginning, you don't see the changes as much.
Yeah.
You know, so obviously you don't start. Well, some people might start showing quite early, but you haven't got a big visible bump. But what's going on inside is massive.
Yeah, crazy. Like this big to this big.
From a poppy seed, isn't
poppy
it?
seed.
Yeah.
It's wild, isn't it?
You know,
Yeah.
so a woman's body goes through like an incredible process, and I think for me it's trying to remember like that as well. Like,
Yeah.
what your body's actually doing. Sometimes we sit there and we'll be googling like.
I always read through it.
Yeah, like what size is the baby? What's
Yeah.
going on right now? And you're like, oh my god, like they're growing taste buds today. Like,
Yeah.
and it's like, what the hell is going on there? Like,
It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's just remembering like your body's going through something.
In a short space of time.
Yeah, very short
Well,
space
it's
of
going
time.
through what is like a miracle, really. Isn't
Yeah.
it? I mean, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
We
We
have-
found out that we were pregnant around, well, obviously it would be similar times, but it was
Well-
at Christmas.
Christmas.
And how fast has that gone between Christmas and now?
Well, I said in the car on the way, I was like, we're nearly into May.
Yeah.
I was
Wild.
wild. And if anyone listening who doesn't know, Karis and Meg are actually due on the same day, which is
Exactly the same day,
Wow.
which is mad.
someone in the gym. This is funny as well. I had to laugh. Someone in the gym went, "Oh, you had a fun Christmas party. Did you?" And I don't spread rumours like
knew
that. I
someone
was
was
like,
gonna say
don't do
this.
things like that.
Well, someone said to me, "Oh, you must have been having sex on the same day."
Something in the air, Christmas.
Oh.
No, but that is mad. That is
Yeah.
mad. Due on the same day. But it's great for me, isn't it? Because you're both going to be off at the same time. So Teen Titans all mine. Great.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Though.
Take
Love
the
it.
spotlight, hun.
You'll be there with no sleep and like, loads of clients just like,
We'll be
bear with
fine.
me.
No, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
We're a
It's
team,
fine.
guys. We've got
Yeah.
this.
So yeah, I
That's what
just
caffeine's
think.
for anyway, isn't it? Monster energy drinks are
Oh,
just
I,
going to stop
I
them.
can't wait to have a Monster Energy.
I know. Oh well, I have had.
That-
Well,
that's-
I mean, a latte, which is not really.
That's why I bought
caffeine,
one
is it?
last time because I just love Monster. Coffee doesn't really do anything, does it?
No, Monster hits different. I'm going to
It
put one in my hospital bag for...
Oh yeah.
for
that's a good
after-
idea.
Actually, if you're breastfeeding, can you have a Monster? Probably not.
Probably not.
not. No, you have to be mindful of your caffeine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
have to wait
maybe
a
the
little bit
Monsters can wait another 6 months then.
But yeah, I mean, like, just remembering, like, your body's going through something, like, yeah, it's a miracle. Try not to compare yourself to other people and just focus on what you're doing at this moment in time. Especially at the moment, you've got people training for half marathons, high rocks competitions, bodybuild competitions, and you're just at a different point in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your life is your life as well
Yeah.
at the end of the day. Like, the same as, I don't know, when your baby's born, another person's baby at the same age is going to be completely different to your baby.
Yeah.
If your baby doesn't sleep and someone else is like, oh, my baby sleeps 12 hours.
Yeah.
Great. Like,
Oh,
mine
mate.
don't, like, everyone's going to be different. Like,
When I had
yeah.
Bella, because she did not sleep.
Oh,
Like,
no.
I'm talking, it was 20-minute intervals for about 6 months. This went on for, because she had the colic
Yeah.
and the dairy allergy, and like the doctors were pushing back, kept telling me she was fine, blah, 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 blah. And the amount of people that would like, I'd be telling people like, because they go, oh my God, are you okay? Because I looked like hell. Like, I looked like an actual Grim Reaper at one point. I'd lost so much weight so fast where I just wasn't functioning
Yeah.
properly. I don't even remember half of it. Like a lot of it is really like fuzzy. I just don't
Yeah.
remember because I was so tired. And I'd be like talking to people about it, offloading, and they go, my baby used to sleep all the way through from like 6 weeks. And I'd be like, oh well, good for you and your baby. But it's just not what you want to hear.
No, it's not. That's great for you, but that's
Yeah.
not.
It's just, I don't need that right now.
No.
But yeah, you are on your own journey, so
Yeah,
bear that in
100%.
mind.
But yeah, I think
Was there any more questions?
I think that's pretty much it, really. I don't think we had anything else, did we? Is there anything else you would like to?
No,
think of any-
basically, just don't give up on your dreams, guys,
Yeah, that-
because, and not just parenthood, like it could be anything. You could
Yeah.
be going through like a major change in your life, you could lose family members, it could be anything, but if you want to do something, you just got to find the will to do it. Like I said, for me, I've always kind of been that way. Like if I'm
Yeah.
going to do something, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But like ask for help, look for other means of support, like charities if you're
Yeah.
struggling like mentally, even like financially, like depending on what you're doing, even if you're setting up a business, like look online, get on TikTok.
Yeah.
I've found so much information on TikTok. Speak to other people, it's really helpful because obviously I'm there isn't many people in my friendship group that have children.
Yeah.
We're in our 20s. So I started kind of making friends with groups of people that were, their lives were kind of similar to mine. So I would ask them how they managed with X, Y, and Z. And just keep talking like, Jesus Christ, just don't bottle it up.
Yeah.
Don't bottle it up. You can speak to me if you want.
The dream one is good. I had to put Karis, I had to talk her down the other day though, because you know what she said to me?
What?
I would love Karis to get back into bodybuilding. I feel she's still got something
I still think that you
So
will.
maybe
I've
we'll
lost a lot
see.
of muscle.
We're going to do a photo shoot next year.
Yeah.
And then we'll see where she's at then, and I reckon I'll push her into it. But that's the goal I would love her to do, because she is very good by it. She told me the other day she's going to start doing ultra marathons. I went, shut up.
I would love to do that with you.
I just
I
read.
was just like, I need like a big physical goal.
I went, Kay,
Like
you're
after all of this, I was just like,
Yeah.
I want something to just throw myself into. And I saw a girl going around a 100-kilometre ultra marathon over a couple of days in Botswana. I was like, I want to do something like that.
I was like, where are you going to get all these hours to
Yeah,
rain
I know.
every day? I was like, 12 hours. See you later, Cal. See you in 12 hours.
Yeah, see
Or
you in
longer.
like 11.
That's
something.
in 24 hours. But yeah,
Yeah.
so maybe not the ultra marathons. And I'll always support you with any
yeah, I
goal you
know.
want. But that one was probably.
I'll figure something out. Once baby's
Because you
here.
even hated the normal marathon. You were like, oh, I hated training for that. That was horrendous.
And I didn't hate training for it. It was just so time
Yeah,
consuming.
yeah, that's what I mean.
It's the time.
It's the
hours.
So you
time.
want to
Yeah.
double that with ultras and
Yeah,
triples.
I know.
Take it off your list.
Maybe that wasn't my best idea, but yeah. Big
Oh, yeah.
physical goal at some point, but
But
yeah, I don't know yet.
what I meant is don't obviously switch off your dreams and stuff if you want.
No.
There's loads of, like, I'm sorry, I'm talking about bodybuilding again, because that's my background, but there's loads of female bodybuilders who've gone on to win like pro cards after giving birth.
It's
and
not
stuff.
that I wouldn't want to.
No, I know.
It's the fact that I feel I've had 2 years now where I have lost a lot of muscle, and building that back is hard.
Muscle memory and
And
It
rotation.
takes
you
you a
know,
long
the
time.
standard now for bodybuilding is ridiculous.
Because everyone just jumps on gear, so.
Well, yeah, and I'm not.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not my thing. If that's your thing, great, but it's not for me. But yeah, I think it would just take me a long time to get to where I'd want to be in a competitive standard again.
Nah, you'll be fine. I'll coach you.
I know you're going to coach me. I can't wait. He's already said, like, well, I'll give you a couple of weeks after you've had the baby, and then, yeah, we'll get you back on, get you checking in and stuff.
Get you back in a routine after about 2 weeks again.
Yeah.
2-3 weeks, you'll be fine. She walked 10B. No, Saunders for the 10B like 5-6 days after giving birth to a dog, yeah.
Was that the 3-hour walk?
Yeah. But she was like, can we get a taxi home? I was like, I wanted a taxi home. I was like, thank God you said that. 'Cause yeah. But yeah, so I think we'll wrap it up here. But,
Yeah.
Great.
No,
Lovely speaking to
Great
you.
to have you on, yeah.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
That's okay.
That's
anytime.
actually really good. It's been less than an hour, and that's good for you. I thought
I've been really nervous and sweating and like shaking a bit because as I'm talking to you, I'm thinking, don't forget the question and just stick to what they're asking you. Because otherwise, I could sit here and talk about anything.
I love it when you got
how have we got on the UFOs for a pregnancy question?
There is a few times we've been talking and in the back of my head, I'm thinking, do I have steak for tea tonight or should I?
Oh, I was going to ask you that, and I forgot to put it on there. What is for tea tonight? I loved asking this question. 'Cause I'm a
Yeah.
food-
So when I worked in Admiral when I was 17, when I left, they got me a builder bit and the voice box in it said, what are you having for tea? Because I used to go, they obviously recorded it. It wasn't like a beer that was on the shelf asking people what they were having for tea. Because I used to go in, and bearing in mind I worked in Admiral when I was like 17, it was my first big girl job, and I really loved it as well. I used to go in every single day, first question, it'd be like 8 a.m, I'd be like, what's everyone having for tea then?
I feel like it's a standard thing
It's my
Yeah.
with every
Really good
conversation.
question.
Oh, what's for dinner tonight?
Yeah, but my dad's done, he was up cooking like earlier today. I don't even know what he was doing. I think he's got ADHD. He messaged me at 7:30 this morning saying, I'm doing steak for tea. Do you want ribs with yours? Collect at 5 p.m.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god,
So I
nice!
was like,
Yes, Dad.
sweet. So I was like, do I have steak today or a curry today and steak tomorrow?
Quick question: any cravings in this pregnancy, and what's going to be your first meal after having the baby?
No cravings, weird. Haven't
No.
lost my appetite, haven't had any sickness. I've been really lucky. I just feel normal, just tired.
Yeah.
My first meal will definitely be a steak medium.
Yeah.
Like,
Nice.
yeah. Because obviously everything, right, I haven't actually had steak since being pregnant. So if we have steak today, it'll be the first one. But yeah, it'll be a medium steak. I'll probably go, I really want to go to pasture.
Medium rare.
Is it medium red? I don't know.
How do you like it? Pink or a little bit more on the red side?
Pink.
Medium
Yeah,
rare.
medium. I'd say that was medium.
Medium rare, yeah.
You like it medium rare. We like
You
it
like
I
it
very
medium rare.
rarely go out for steak, but I do have it. It's pink in the middle.
Yeah.
Carrot is sushi when we. She's
Oh,
already
give
she's
me
already
sushi.
given me orders to order sushi.
I want a boatload of sushi.
I ate sushi last week in
Nice.
front of her as well.
I know.
Oh my god, that's so nasty.
Both pregnancies now you've done that.
And
Yeah.
I, as you guys know, I do love a cheeky bev on the weekend. And
Yeah.
I do like going out. I can't wait for my first bottomless brunch.
You'll be there a week later. Right, girls.
I'd be like, Bella, do you fancy coming out for the day? We're quite like 12 o'clock.
Funny.
I know. Well, it won't be long now, but obviously, all the best with the rest of the
Yes,
pregnancy.
and
Absolutely
you.
smashing it.
So,
And
we're
roll
back.
on the summer with the babbers.
I know.
I know.
Yeah.
Lots of posts to
It's
come,
gonna be awesome.
guys.
It's going to be awesome. So yeah, thank you for listening. And I think on the next episode, we're going to have a good friend of ours, aren't we? Matthew Cheney. I used to call him Channy, so we'll bring that up as well. I used to call him the wrong name.
Channy?
He's like,
Wait, I thought it was Chan on Instagram.
Yeah.
I thought it was Channy.
no, Cheney.
Cheney.
Chaney.
So yeah, it took me about 3 years to get it right, but no. So yeah, we got him on the show, which is going to be good. So yeah,
Lush.
look forward to that as well. You might fit the whole sofa though, so might have to get a bigger sofa.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
Catch you in the next episode.